Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's CISSP Exam Essential with Professor Derek A. Smith. In today's Essential, I'm going to talk about how you need to be able to explain the concept of an exposure factor, know what single loss expectancy is and how to calculate it, understand annualized rate of occurrence, and know what annualized loss expectancy is and how to calculate it. Let's start with being able to explain the concept of an exposure factor. An exposure factor is an element of quantitative risk analysis that represents the percentage of loss that an organization would experience if a specific asset were violated by a realized risk. By calculating exposure factors, you're able to implement a sound risk management policy. Let's talk about how you know what single loss expectancy is and how to calculate it. Single loss expectancy is an element of quantitative risk analysis. That's important, it's quantitative risk analysis. And it represents the cost associated with a single realized risk against a specific asset. The formula is single loss expectancy equals asset value, which we say AV, times exposure factor, which is EF. Next, let's understand annualized rate of occurrence. The annualized rate of occurrence, also known as ARO, is an element of quantitative risk analysis. Again, this is quantitative risk analysis that represents the expected frequency with which a specific threat or risk will occur. In other words, when it will become realized, your organization will realize it within a single year. Understanding the AROs further enables you to calculate the risk and take proper precautions. Finally, let's talk about know what annualized loss expectancy is and how to calculate it. ALE, or annualized loss expectancy, is an element of quantitative risk analysis that represents the possible yearly cost of all instances of a specific realized threat against a specific asset. The formula is ALE equals single loss expectancy, which you just learned, SLE, times analyzed rate of occurrence, ARO, which you also just learned. Okay, everyone, that's it for this CISSP Essential. If you want to get live CISSP training at home with me, visit my website at www.getcissspcertified.com. There, you'll also be able to download my free guide, How to Become a CISSP and Pass the Exam on Your First Try. I'll see you in the next Essential.